No! What do you mean I missed it? I need to make an apology. I said some things that were not true. I made claims and gave false information in yesterday's video. And I would like to apologize to everybody who watched yesterday's video for this one. Now, if you haven't watched yesterday's video, go back and watch that one, because besides the false information, there's some really good information in the video. It has to do with the Celestial Pearl Danios. They're not staying in the basket. I'm going to have to change course. And instead of the Celestial Pearl Danios being in the basket, I'm going to be putting the rainbows in the basket because they are a bigger fish. So, today's video is going to be me taking the Celestial Pearl Danios out of their breeding tank and capturing the rainbows and adding them to the breeding tank. But I also need to build a new floating basket for them. But I'm not going to make you guys sit through that again. We're going to just cut to the basket being done. And then I will show you how these Danios have decided to not behave and stay in their basket. So as you can see, at least there's two of them swimming around in here. I don't know where the second one is, but there's one. Let's see if we can spot number two. It'll pop out here eventually. There's one swimming out of its little cage. So oh, there's the second one. Third one should be around here somewhere too. I'm gonna fish these guys out and then try to get a video of them swimming out of the basket. What do you mean I missed it? Turns out I missed the Danio coming out of the basket. Of course, 30 seconds I turned my camera off to respond to some messages and a fish got out. Well, let's see if we can see another one come out. Don't mind the mess behind me. I wasn't cleaning up for the video. I already made the bigger one. I'm hoping these holes are small enough for the rainbow fish. They're the same size holes. The rainbow fish are larger than Celestial Pearl Danios. So I'm hoping they won't escape this box, but I'm not gonna just throw all this away. It'd be a waste of Java Moss. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the stuff and put it in here, then float it, and then we're gonna pull out rainbow fish. It's really easy. I just cut the styrofoam to the shape of the bin, and it's held on with friction. It's also tighter than this one was, which is good. I learned. All right, so I've taken the Java Moss out of this bin and put it into this bin with one single rock to hold it down. It should float. We'll test it before we grab rainbow fish, but that's where we're heading right now. I'm just gonna set this in the tank. It fits, it sinks perfectly and floats perfectly. So now all we need to do is go grab some rainbow fish, specifically the male, and I think 2 females should be good. And hopefully within a week we have some babies floating around, or at least eggs. I'll do some more research, but this should work. This whole idea was the same for both from what I was seeing on other YouTube videos. I'd link their videos in the description if I could remember them. If I do remember them, I will link them in the description down below on who put me onto this idea. So as you can see, the male is actually really flared up and hunting for a mate. So I think now would be a great time to kidnap him and get him and possibly that one near it into that breeding box. I paused the recording at the wrong time, but I've caught out 1 male and 2 females, so we're going to go walk around and get them into that breeding tank and hopefully have some eggs in a couple days. Where the fishy pour. There they are in their little breeding bin. You can kind of see all three. There we go. All hanging out. I don't think we'll have any escapees. Just to be safe, I'm going to put the cutoff from this hole on top to make sure no one jumps out of the top. They look like they're not going to fit through these holes, I hope, like the Danios. If they do, we'll be back to the drawing board, and I'll have to figure out another way of doing this. So the good news is at least I had a backup plan to work on breeding projects. It sucks that the Danios did not want to cooperate and stay in their breeding container. I do have other options. I could try an actual breeding container, look into the logistics of trying to get them to breed inside of the container and how that could work. I see a lot of things online about something in the tank that then shoots them up into another container to catch the eggs, and that's how people are breeding them. But I don't currently have a way to set that system up. But so that's today's video. I do apologize if anyone saw the previous video and thought they could easily breed their Danios. That is my bad. At least currently my Celestial Pearl Danios are too small, but they're coming up on a year old and I don't think they're getting much bigger. So I'm gonna need a container with smaller holes, but big enough to make sure the eggs fall through. So I don't know how I'm going to decide that. I thought those containers would be great because of their long holes, but I didn't think about how wide they were that the Danios could still fit through. Now we're going to hope and pray the rainbows do. Now remember, the rainbows were an accidental purchase. I got one rainbow with a group of red cherry shrimp and separated it into its own tank, and then it was alone. When I finally realized what it was a schooling fish, I then got the school of rainbows that I currently have in the fish room. So we're going to attempt to breed those and hopefully things go fine. But if you made it to the end of the video, please subscribe to the channel. Every subscription is great. I am currently on the process of trying to get to 500 subscribers by September. Like the video and share it with your friends. Every like is appreciated. I feel a warm feeling in my belly every time I see a like on a video. And every time that subscription counter goes up, I get a little giddy. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hopefully we have some progress on this video that isn't me apologizing for misinformation.